Hi, this is Dan, and this is our week one. Last week was week zero update video and announcement. I've had the pleasure of speaking with many of you on the phone already. Very happy with the conversations I'm having with you all. Very nice to see very motivated students wanting to learn a lot this summer, and I am very glad to help. In this video, I want to show you a few things. Tonight, we have our first, I guess really our second online office hour. Um, and I think several of you had mentioned you'll be able to make it, and that's every Tuesday at 9 p.m. I'm going to show you how to get there. If you go on the left side here, if you go under Tools, and if you scroll down to where it says WizIQ Virtual Classroom, uh, there will be a session here that I've got scheduled, and you'll just hit enter. In fact, I'll just schedule it right now, just so it's sitting there waiting. So I'm gonna call this online office hour, and it's gonna be tonight at 9 p.m. Oops, there we go. And I make it for 60 minutes. So if you can't be there right away, that's totally cool. I do want you to come to at least one of these early in the course that is graded. After that, they are not graded, just so you know that we can create these sessions anytime we want. These sessions are recorded, and you can always go back and watch them in the same part of Blackboard. So when you get here, you'll just hit this enter class, and you're in. So I just want to show you that. Let's go back to the course here. The other thing, if you added the course late, if you go to the announcements, there is the welcome video and announcement I sent last week. I would encourage you to go back and do that. And make sure you go into course content here and go through the Start Here folder, do the syllabus quiz, and answer the questions there. Many of you put in a time to give you a call, because I like to talk to everybody at least once early in the course. I would also remind you to put phone numbers in there so I call the right number. But I want to show you also where the first project is. And under project 1, it's on cell phones, and you can just click on this Word document and download it and edit it and save it. And when you're one thing you're gonna have to do is talk about functions, and it's like modeling the cost of a cell phone. And then I've actually put a little link here to a YouTube video helping you how to graph those and put those graphs into your Word document. The first draft, I believe, is due next Thursday. What is that? June. Let's see here. Next Thursday, June 6th, I believe, is when the first draft is due. Obviously, you don't have to have it perfect. You can redo those as many times as you want. And I would, make sure you get it downloaded this week, get a crack at it, take a look at it, and I want that to be as realistic as possible. So, research phones you might actually buy, plans you might actually use, figure out what's going to cost you per month, figure out the initial cost, and figure out what's going to cost over time. And I will help you. When you're ready to submit those, remember, just click on Project 1, click on the title of it, and then if you scroll down here, you can browse my computer, and then you can attach it right there. And then I can look at it and give you feedback here. So if you're ever curious about your grades, obviously you can go to look at your grades on Blackboard here. That's where I'm going to be updating things. It'll have your syllabus quiz, your phone call, online office hour, and then we'll be measuring our first 6 hours on ALEKS. And so I'm just going to go to ALEKS here real quick. And for those of you that have been working on it, great job. Your requirement is to go through and get your 6 hours in every week. It goes from Friday to Thursday. So, and then when you get done, you're going to get a pie graph that looks something like this. And when you click on this pie graph, it'll tell you which things you can and can't work on, what you have mastered, what you don't have mastered, things like that. And this is the little demo of it, kind of shows you. So if I click on that, it shows me what things I can work on. Some people like to go, I want to work on the green one first. That's fine. But remember, anything that's opened up for you to work on, ALEKS thinks you're ready for. So I would encourage you to work through all the slices that you have. You know, take some time in each, because the last few in this first slice are very difficult, and you may not make as much progress as you'd like. So make sure you're working in all the areas, and as you get things mastered, it will open up the rest of these slices. And obviously your goal is to get to 90% of these topics mastered by the end of the 10 weeks. You know, that's the A level, A plus level, if you can do that. And several of you mentioned, can I work ahead? And the answer is yes. In fact, if you get 90% plus of these topics mastered, I can move you into your next course and we can have a conversation about that. But so the first 6-hour requirement, I will measure this coming Friday. I'll say, how did you do from the beginning of the course till Thursday at midnight? If you're ever curious, you can go and you can actually check how much time you've spent on ALEKS right here in ALEKS. I'm not sure if I can measure that because I'm a teacher, so I don't see it exactly how you do, but there is a time and topic tab, I believe. And so mine looks a little different, but I can go into reports, and there's one called time and topic. If you're wondering what percentage you have, there's a progress bar, shows you the percentage, and then there's your pie. And then I can actually use these reports to help target instruction for you when we're working on things. And I'm hoping to do that, you know, especially when everybody gets going and starts getting through and starts getting topics that are difficult. I'm going to try to you know, send you more specific emails to individuals or groups and help you with those specific topics. So I hope that gives you a good start with using ALEKS. Make sure you get in there, do the initial assessment, get your 6 hours in by this Thursday. I do have to report never attenders. So if you have not gotten on ALEKS and started working by this Thursday, I will have to put you down as never attending, and then you get booted out of the course. So obviously for those of you that are in it, this is not a problem, but for those of you who aren't, you better get going, and you will be graded every week on that 6 hours. That's detailed in the syllabus as well. So if I go back to here and I go to the syllabus area and go to course calendar, I've got it as PDFs here, but I've also got it printed out here. So you can see so this is our week right here, the 24th through the 30th. Begin work on project 1, be graded. Your first 6 hours will be evaluated this Friday. And then it says here next week is actually starting from this Friday through the next Thursday, and that kind of gets us on a regular schedule. Submit by June 6th, the draft of project 1. We're also looking at getting 30% mastery by that Friday as well. I'll be evaluating that, and so if you go to your progress, make sure you have 30% of the competencies, which would be about, well, 10%, you know, is about 38. So if you double that, that gets you up to what, 76, and then if you go another 38, what's that? That gets you up to 116. That's, or was that 106? And yeah, so then you're going to want to make sure you've got at least that many mastered. If you don't, you just get a prorated amount of that. So that's kind of your goal to work. And then every few weeks we have a 50% goal, 70% goal, 80% goal. And you do have 18 weeks of access on ALEKS, so you can actually work beyond this end of the semester, and then you can go into the next course and even keep working through August if you're trying to get ready for a class this fall, and I would be glad to help you then as well. So hope this video kind of details some of the questions or answers some questions some of you have been having, you know. And there's also extra resources here under the ALEKS, under each of those slices of pie. I've got extra resources here that I'll be pointing you towards. But so good job for those of you that have gotten in, worked on ALEKS, done your syllabus quiz, introduced yourself in the discussion board that's in the Start Here folder, done all those things, and shows how to get into ALEKS and all those. And you will have to, for those of you that did the financial access code, you'll have to eventually buy a code from the bookstore or directly from the ALEKS website before that expires as well. I think you get like 10 or 2 weeks or something like that of free access if you want to get started. So, and we've had some people add the course in this last week, which is wonderful. But you are definitely able to catch up and get things done by the first grading, which will be done this Thursday. I think that's all I got. So I talked about the office hour tonight, how to download and submit project one, a little bit how to work through the Alex, going through different slices and getting your hours in every week. And then that if you haven't done all those things, I'll be putting it down as never attended. And I'll be doing that this Friday. So hope that helps, and I'll be shooting this out as an announcement. Have an awesome day and hope to see you tonight at 9 p.m.